Hey everyone, look what we have on the workbench today. It is the Nature Glamping Cabin by Lego Friends. This is set number 42682. Contains 295 pieces. Retails for $29.99 and the set was provided by the Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. And yes, just my first impressions, this one looks really fun. Well, looks like we got Shadow, Liann, and Nova. I've been seeing her around a lot lately. But as you can tell, though, looks like we're building ourselves an A-frame cabin. Got a dirt bike and a little, maybe a cherry blossom tree. And we're having a little picnic and stuff. That's not too bad. Looks like we got a bunch of accessories with this set, too. I got to remember all those names. And here's the back of the box. And I've always said this dark color doesn't serve this justice. Well, now it's for sale, so you can get this at your leisure. Looks like we got a fully playable cabin. It looks like you only get one side of it, so it looks like you're just missing one. Ouch, I was hoping this would be a complete build. But just by looking at this one, this looks very interesting. Alright, let's see what we have inside here. I'm always curious, you know. Alright, we got to mutilate that box to get that open. Let's see if it's packed real nice. Seems like it's okay. This might pass my inspection. Well, looks like we have 3 numbered bags. Well, that's pretty promising there. We'll keep one there because that's the most important. I did not want to see that. How bad is it? Oh my goodness. At least they're big stickers, but don't fall down, that's not nice. Yeah. I don't want to do those. And let's see here. I was hoping this would be a collaborative build. It probably can, but it would be very unbalanced if you're just doing this accessories, and bags 2 and 3 probably do the cabin. But yeah, it doesn't look all that bad for what I see so far. And honestly, just by first impressions and the unboxing, this one looks really fun. I think we're ready to go camping. Okay, let's douse some light on this here. And one of the so I'm trying to get my bearings in order here. So the game plan today is to do this all in one installment, have a little fun with this set, and just to go glamping. I'm not a fan of glamping, but hey, it's, you know, it's a camping set, right? Who doesn't like camping? And yeah, stickers, 3 bags, life is good. Life is real good. All right. So I think my game plan today is to just, you know, let's see, so we're not really going to start with bag 1, but just by first impressions, like I mentioned in the last clip, pretty good. So we're just going to do this all in one sitting here and just enjoy it and see how well the build goes. Before we can start or go camping, the disclaimers, everybody's favorite. So these videos are not to be considered or construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for the final write-up. In addition, this is not my day job. I do this for fun, and Lego doesn't pay me to say anything. I say what's on my mind. If I like the set, I'll mention. Just like if I don't like the set, I'll mention that too. And finally, don't re-upload my content. That's not cool. If you want it on another platform, just ask me. Let me do all the work. You don't have to then just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right. Let's go camping, everyone. Let's build it. For some of us, we're cooped up at home all summer. So this is going to be a treat. Even if it's a friend set. Or some people have said, Jay, you like these sets because they remind you of little anime dolls. Yeah. Ooh, a coral door. You know, I was looking for this bright green in 1x8 form. Now I know it exists. You probably already saw it now. Was the gift box that I had built. And I was looking for that color. fact, these two colors here go together very well. Make great Easter colors. Just got to find more of it. Ooh, looks like we're going to be here for probably about 20 minutes. My goal is to get this done in about an hour and a half. Right now, I am editing a bunch of stuff today. Filming, I'm doing the works, because I only got 2 days to really get this stuff done. Looks like we're building Liann first. Isn't that cool? She likes skateboarding, painting, and sweets and candy and stuff. Pretty cool. Well, Liann, you're the first to arrive at the cabin. Well, you're first to arrive at the location of the cabin. And I mean, guys and gals, I've said this in a lot of my videos, though, but I enjoy putting together friend sets. They're fun. They're not boring. Because there's some stories we can put behind them. First, you got to find Liann's head. I mean, yeah, this is about as close as we're going to get to anime dolls in Lego. I mean, who doesn't like, well, I never understood anime until I started getting into it, and yeah, it was something I can't get out of now. Oh, I like this tile here. I think we've seen this a few times. Let me put it in her hand here. So here we got Liann. Nice printwork for her torso. I like that cell phone tile. That'd be pretty cool, especially if you're making a car. That'd be good for a navigation system. Yeah. Well, she's the first one here she's going to supervise. Alright, and now looks like we're building the motorbike. I've never seen handlebars in that color. You know what I forgot to do? Zoom in for your viewing pleasures. Yeah, I sound kind of stuffed up today. I've only been up for like an hour. It's like 12 o'clock. I slept probably for 10 hours. I was beat from a long week. So yeah. Of course, it doesn't stay. I can't say anything because I stayed up till 3 in the morning on Discord, chatting about stuff. So yeah, it's yeah. Buddy and I were doing different things on Discord. He was working on his book, and I was working on videos. You know, and in addition to that, we have a helmet. Yeah. Well, so far the build's pretty easy, but I like the metallic rims for the motorbike or the off-road bike. I mean, you get a little bit of everything here. So she's got a way to get to the campsite now. Okay, I think the next item is a cherry blossom tree. Okay, let's get started on that. Making trees, you always want these to be as strong as you can get them. So that's how I used to do it, but Lego shoves these sticks in here, which I've been doing a lot in my newer ones that you haven't really seen yet. Stick that right down in there, like that. Now that will not come apart. And yeah, scratchy throat still. Air's been really unhealthy out here. It's been like in the hundreds. Not too pleasant. Been living in the pool after work and stuff, and we got to make 5 of those. Isn't that fun? And I've been just kind of just surviving. Lego, I would have just used the 6-pronged ones instead of the 3s. But that's just me. We got a bunch of cherry blossom trees in our neighborhood, and oh boy, that really plays havoc on my allergies. But they're so pretty to look at in the springtime. Speaking of cherry blossoms, I think those came from Japan. Yeah. Let's see if we can get these done. Yeah, this is where it's going to kill me here, is multiples. But trees are usually like that. When I do my tutorials for trees, I always build one and tell you to build it 5 times. I already have the other 4 built off camera. I could edit that out and stuff, but you know, these are complete builds. I want to show everything. Something may arouse or something may break. Yeah, so I've got a request on my Rebrickable, which you're more than welcome to do. You can request for building guides. I had a gentleman or a lady contact me about a certain build that I have, and I don't like to just sell them a 90-piece building guide. I want to make at least about 125 or so pieces. So I got to find some other builds. So I thought, okay, I'll throw the closet in there. And I thought, okay, I'll throw a TV in there. All my TVs, most of my TVs that I want to put in there I don't have building guides for. There's always that one. So I may have to do a write-up. So if you're watching this and was wondering, I did read your comment on Rebrickable. I just got to get to it. I don't want to just sell you one guide. I got to sell you at least a small package of stuff. Matter of fact, I may have something else I could put in with it too that would fit that. Okay. So I just thought of that. I already have a building guide for it too, so that might be more than enough. Well, that's kind of scrawny there for a cherry blossom tree, but I do like this next piece here, which is a thermos. These right here would be great for camping. With the cups, with the teacups, or just get some mugs for Dixie cups. There you go. And sorry, Lego, I had to mention that because some of us go camping and we want to kind of preserve it. And yeah. Oh, we got to put a sticker on something here. Let's put this on here. It'll be a little easier to place the sticker. If I can get that on there. We got to start with sticker number 1, which is that ugly thing. Well, I got to put that on there. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to put stickers on parts today. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to... Oh, man. I must be on my game day. I got that right in the middle. Oh, okay. I still don't like stickers, though, but we got our mugs here. And the set is keeping my interest so far, which is good. So I don't think the build's boring. This is pretty interesting. And then we have a basket here. Place that down there. We've seen these friends' baskets before. With, if I'm holding that the right way, come on, a bag of pretzels. Who doesn't like having pretzels? Now we just got to have some beer to go with that. I think we got mugs for that for those guys, for you guys out there who like your beer. And yeah, that takes care of this little scene right here. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to probably part of the base of the cabin. So looks like we're just shoving a tile here in the corner, but you need the 10, not the 8. And I notice we have glass pieces in there. Ouch, Lego, let's see how bad these are. If I can pick them up. Except for the dust. I mean, these are not bad. These are pretty good. Okay. And yeah, somebody's going to be curious about the scores right now. We haven't had any issues with the stickers yet, so still say it's at a good 10. The set's keeping my interest. It's fun. I'm not bored with it. And that's how I do the scoring on these things, is I just kind of assess what I see, what I observe, and how my build's going. Is it crumbling apart? Is it flaking apart? So far, not really. I have a bunch of sets today to get to reviewing. I got a tutorial to do for this weekend for my YouTube members. So if you're just like Jay, I'm kind of curious, yeah, there's going to be a tutorial. Hadn't had any naughty stuff happen, so you know, I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, what a waste! We got to put a tile on that wheat then, which is tile sticker number 2. That'd have been good if that was printed on there. That'd make a good floral rug. No, Lego, you had to mess that up. So you know what that means now. I'm gonna be ripping that off. Well, I'll photo scan this and rip it off when I'm done. And put it on there. Jay, it's kind of a waste ripping those off. It is, but if Lego didn't want us to rip them off, they would have printed them on there. Yeah. At least we're putting in the rug and the tent. I'd say who brings a rug with them when they're camping? But yeah, this is glamping. This is not rough at camping. Yeah, for some of us that are cooped up at home all summer, this is going to be a treat. Because we're going, hey, just think about it. We're all going camping together. We're all setting up the tent. And if you got the set, let me know your build experience on it. Yeah, because even I am curious here. I need to get more of that green. I don't have a lot of it. Yeah, usually about this time, my dad and I would be planning camping trips. Go camping. Well, he's no longer with us now, so camping pretty much died off, except for me and my girlfriend going once in a while. Nothing like having the guys' night out. But then again, I like to spend time with my girlfriend because her and I have a lot of fun doing that stuff too. You know. And let's see here. So that's the base. Now it looks like we're starting on the lower side, so I'm just indexing it for my indexing purposes here. Yeah, I was watching a video on YouTube. And, you know, for those who don't know, what you're watching here is full paid sponsored videos. All right. I hate worse when you're watching somebody's video and they sneak in this video is brought to you in part by, and you're like, oh my goodness, where's the arrow button? I got to fast forward through that. See, when I do these, Lego, this is a paid advertisement. Okay. And the middle stuff building is my advertisement. This is just me building the set for you and showing you what's involved. I have fun doing these. Now I had somebody contact me about advertising products in my tutorials. My tutorials are filmed months, if not years in advance. And I really don't want to put advertisements in tutorials because those are like me advertising my work. So I just can't do that. You know, and it just would not make any sense. I love that coral door. So you will never see those in my tutorials. As of now. Oh, that's a dark orange door frame. I don't know if I have any of those. All right. You know what this reminds me of? If you've watched National Lampoon's Vacation, I don't know what I'm saying. Where they go in, what was it? Clark Griswold gets that tent. He was renting out those tents, and he says, Edna, here's your tent, and it was the one that smelt real bad. Every time I see this thing, oh, that's what it reminds me of. National Lampoon's Vacation. Hey, I never had any vacations that exciting, but you know. We've stayed in some pretty sketchy places when I was a kid. Probably save that for bag number 2. So I'm hoping I can remember it by then. We got to put a ladybug. At least it's printed. Oh boy. And then we got to rotate it around. But sketchy places, there's one I really want to talk about. It just came into my mind. Speaking of, we're on vacations and stuff. Yeah, this one's a good story here. I gotta get this done now because I want to get into the storytellings. Well, we're covering up the windows, but that's kind of lame. Or it could be yurts. Maybe not building a yurt would be cool. This looks like we're just building this wall here. So far it's just kind of wiggly, but we're not done yet. I'm sure that's going to be the header that's going to go on the top here. I forgot. Oh no, I put that in there. It's like, did I forget something? Jay, you and your stories. Oh, this one's pretty funny here. Alright, and we're just about done here. I gotta put the header on the top to strengthen this up. And that concludes the front entry. That's probably what I'll label it as for the index. And this is what we have remaining here for bag 1. Well, not too bad, and I survived so far. Okay, now we're moving on to bag 2. Story time. Let's see here. So first thing before we do the story, Jay, I want to know the story. First, we gotta talk about, I think, Nova. Nova and Shadow. Okay. So we're gonna be doing them next. When we get to the main build, we'll do it. Oh, I can start it now while we're doing this. So there was this one time we went to Santa Cruz. We're going to go visit the boardwalk. It's Santa Cruz. We stayed at this really sketchy hotel. We're talking early 90s, 1990s. This place, I'll tell you, I don't think they've ever really cleaned it, but that's all my parents, it was either a lot in a hotel room and we can't go see any of the attractions or the other way around, so they had to pick the budget. I mean, you stayed in a Motel 6. This one here makes Hotel 6 look like the Hilton. I remember going in there, my feet would stick to the carpet. I had to wear shoes. That's how dirty it was. This place was pretty bad, and they didn't check it out. A friend of theirs did. So we were staying there. It had adjoining rooms, which was cool. Had a pool. At least the pool was clean. But it was just not a, let's just say I wasn't really a, a very, it was interesting, but it was very kind of nasty. Did we forget something here? I'm looking for Shadow. See, oh, there he is. He's hiding inside the cabinet. We'll start with him first. Yeah, if you don't notice, I like talking about random things while I'm doing the builds here. And then we got Nova, their camera. I got a bunch of cameras in different colors now. Nice print work. Cool. Well, we're all here at the campsite watching watching Jace assemble the cabin. Or she likes gaming, stargazing, and fixing things. Cool. Okay, now we're back to this part of the cabin. But anyways, back to the story. This hotel was really just bad. I mean, especially when you get, like, this place we were at, the TV was like a 19-inch TV. It was missing the knobs. I don't know what the point of that was, but it was missing knobs, and it was only stuck on you only had like 3 channels. This place didn't even have cable. The beds were like really sagging, and you may as well be laying in a hammock. But this place was not that pleasant. It was in a very rough neighborhood. I remember my dad one time said, "I'm worried that the car's not going to be there in the morning." He rarely ever set the alarm on the car. He goes, "I'm afraid that car's not going to be there." Okay, I like that milk piece. That's pretty cool. And then we got to put a strawberry in there, and that's printed. Okay. And then we got to put stickers all over this, or at least a sticker, sticker number 5. Making sure I read it right for you. So we got towels hanging on the side of the fridge. So yeah, this place was not too exciting, but we went to the boardwalk, and there was a bunch of rides that I wanted to go on. We didn't get to do that because it was expensive, so that wasn't too fun. We just got to walk through the boardwalk, go through the shows, go through the arcade, which to me was a ripoff. Now as an adult thinking about it, it was a ripoff, but it was something to do. If you're a young one, you don't like going on vacation with your parents, that's understandable. We've all been there. But go on vacations with your parents anyways, because it's a memory that you can pass down onto your family, like I'm doing to you guys and gals. And for those who are wondering, I don't have children. I wish I did. So I share my ideas with you guys. Oh, but that's the kind of trips we went on. And I remember those were more fun because they were just kind of, it wasn't like some high-end vacation, but it was something that, you know, had a memory and stuff that we could put in our heads. Yeah, it looks like now we're doing interior stuff more and more. And I remember more on those type of vacations than anything else. Okay, we're going to need that. And I wish now I can go back and relive those moments again. Unfortunately, we're going to need sticker number 4, which is this. I forgot to show you. Got wrapped up in my stories. But old Santa Cruz. Would I go back there now? Not really. Unless the girlfriend wants to go. Sticker number 4. Okay, that was 3. This is 4. So that's what I remember about that hotel. It had a pool. The pool was actually the cleanest part of the whole thing. At least the bedding in this place was clean. It was just the floors were real sticky. It tells me, I bet if you went in there with a steam cleaner, the carpet would literally just rot out and disintegrate. Alright, it looks like this sits here. Well, now I want to go camping now looking at all this. Go camping and go glamping. I don't like glamping though. But yeah, that was one of the things that I remembered when we went camping. Oh, I'm worried about that car's not going to be there. I miss those days. I mean, we stayed in some pretty bad hotels when I was a kid. Of course, when my parents got older, when we'd go do our family trips, and my dad got his business started and stuff, then we started staying a little more nicer stuff. But I don't remember those all that much. Alright, so these go in the front facing out. We got a lot of small pieces. That's got me worried there. That's got me real worried. Okay, it looks like we're working on the top portion here. So yeah, that's pretty much my one of the trips I remember, going to Santa Cruz. Now we went to Monterey one time to go see the aquarium. That was fun. A friend of mine is going to go visit the aquarium too this year. Like, dude, if I lived close, we'd just meet up one day. Oh, I don't mind taking ridge tiles. Is she a nougat or medium nougat? Oh yeah, you can't see what I'm doing here. We got to zoom out here. Let me bring this camera up here for you. But yeah, those vacations I remember the most. I remember one time I went camping with the same couple that found the hotel. They wanted to go camping in the forest in August, and out here in August it's very hot. This place is probably about 2 hours from the house. It was like in the 90s and we were camping. No AC. You want to talk about miserable. We tried to find things to do. It was so hot. Tempers were flaring. All sorts of stuff. Now I'm going to put a little window up there. What are we doing? Well, we've been hitting almost the whole sticker sheet on bag 2. We got this. We got to put a sticker, which is sticker number 8. I'm forgetting to show you guys the stuff. I'm too busy in vacation stories. But we were at this place. It had electric, so at least we were in a camper that had air conditioning. But still, I'm going camping. I don't want to sit inside of a trailer all day. I want to go out and do stuff. You really couldn't. But we went to the lake. It was my family, my dad's friend's family, and maybe 2 other couples. I made a whole bunch of friends out there that they were all swimming in the lake and stuff. That was real fun. Okay, it looks like we found, I keep thinking his name is Churro. Shadow's bed's up here. He's got to climb up there. Of course, now this is going to be a dead giveaway. But I remember that. I remember we used to swim out in the lake. There was this one girl, a redheaded girl, that just had a crush on me. My goodness. And her and I kept swimming to these rocks and back. And we got in trouble for it, but it was worth it. I think I was probably like 13 at the time. Oh, this is a nice... We've seen a couple of these. Come on, focus in. Yeah, if you notice, I don't ever do the avatar on these. It's just too... It's too involved for the avatar. So that's why I don't put them on these bigger videos. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole gist of vacations there. We go camping a lot. And stay in some pretty weird hotels. But now, once I started working and getting time, you know, just gathered up for vacations, I'll ask my bunch, and most of them will say, no, it'd just be me and my girlfriend going out. Oh, that's a nice little lamp there. Not too bad, huh? That's a pretty good idea. We'll have to snag that. Oh, we got to put a friend's flower on here. Oh, yes, for you guys out there, hoard them up. Hoard these up. They're not for your friends' figures heads. They can be used as for flowers. So save them. They'll be perfect for your city. If you want a really small, little elegant flower bed, hoard them. And we're actually done with the sticker sheet. We're going to put sticker number 6 here on this tile. It says welcome. I can understand using stickers for language. Okay, I really do, because it costs a lot for Lego to print these out for different regions. But putting these on round tiles is a pain. But I found out I put them on the long side, I get them pretty centered. Okay. Oh, and the set does not come with a brick separator. Ouch. Yeah. But I mean, vacation time with the family was always fun. I want to do those type of vacations with my kids. You know, we're going to stay in some kind of questionable hotel. I don't know if the wife would allow it, but just stay in something kind of like yucky. But then I was thinking, it'd be kind of cool to go like to Legoland or something like that. Stay in their resort there, get one of their themed rooms. I brought that up with my bunch, and they have no interest in that, and I just thought that'd be so fun to do. Yes, I'm those type of guys that doesn't like to stay at home too much, because I'm always sitting in an office. Well, I have an office now, not a cubicle anymore. So looks like we're just doing flower beds now. But being back here, you know, doing Lego all by myself, it does get kind of lonely back here after a while. That's why I don't like to film these too much. That's why sometimes you overhear me saying, okay, I got to take a breather. All right, I'll be right back. I'll stop the camera, come back, and continue on. I just don't want to be putting these on or a turd. Did I do it wrong? No, it says stick them in there. This is great for little hands. I got a tutorial that you'll need one of these stems, so if you get an extra one, which these sets usually provide, hoard them up. The set does come with an extra one, so I'll use that for other things here. But yeah, going to Legoland sounds like fun, doesn't it? Now, if I do go, let's say I went to Legoland by myself, I'd see if I get permission to bring a camera in there and just kind of show you the experience that I've experienced. But I don't know, because they say that they give treatment to ambassadors, so that would be kind of a treat. Consider all those sets I get where you get a free Legoland ticket. Oh, you know, that'd be kind of cool. There's your flowers. I think this is small enough. I'm going to bring this up and show it to everybody. I'm not going to do a close-up on this one here. This is going to be a quickie. Let's get it filmed, one and done and deal. Okay. These are cool for seaweed. You need a couple of these in bright green, which is this green here, or lime green. Hoard them. Yeah, this is meant for little fingers. This is not meant for adults, obviously. But, yeah, but I don't have any more really. Well, I told you guys a story about the place we stayed at where we were parked, and you had to walk down this area under a highway bridge. And it was along a creek, and there was this big old tree limb that you can dive off of. I wasn't about to do that. People were jumping and diving off this thing head first into the river. I think the river's probably about maybe 8-10 feet deep. It's not deep enough to dive in there, so I never did. I remember my dad said he was going to go out there and cut that branch off and watch those kids cry. Oh. I didn't want to go on there, so I told my dad, so don't worry, I'm not going to go on that. You know. And these are good little lanterns to put on your house. And I cannot wait to get this stuff cut off of my hair, or off my head. It's getting into my eyebrows and eyelashes. In fact, if I got the front cut straight across, it looked like I have a classic bowl cut. That would not look good. Let me bring this up here a little bit. Okay. And oh, no. I thought we were done, but no, don't spin. We're missing a part. I'm missing this. I bet the bag is slurping that up, huh? Let's go check bag 2. Yeah, the bag was holding it. That's exactly where that went. So check your bags. That's the only bad thing about the paper bags. I think what it is, Lego's got that wax paper inside. I can understand why they do it, to keep the parts from getting scuffed, but well, it kind of defeats the purpose when the parts are rubbing up against each other, scratching themselves up. But yeah, we have a bunch of parts here. Let's see here. Well, we have extra glasses. I must have forgot to put them on the Nova. But yeah, vacation time. Hey, I'm not on vacation. Doesn't mean I can't share my horror stories with you all and bore you to death. Yeah, I forgot to put the glasses on her. They got 2 extra flowers. Usually they give us, like I said, these are very handy. Hoard them up. And I don't see where there's any more going in here, so I think that's it for bag 2. And booklet 1. And yeah, that's a lot of little pieces, so that kind of was confusing us, but this is usually normal. What you no, it's not normal. We have an extra one of these. So let me look here. Let me get back to booklet 2. Let me look here real quick. So we're troubleshooting now because I have an extra stud flower, and usually, or you know what? I think there was supposed to be a dark green in there. There's dark green and light greens. There's one dark green. No, you know what? There is a dark green. Okay. Would I care if it was my set? No. But with these, somebody may make a mistake. Like, why do I have 2? Check your colors. All right, we'll put that watering can there. Who goes watering the flowers while you're glamping? That's like a chore at home. Okay, it looks like we've got them all now. Usually give you 2 pairs of glasses, so that's usually normal. But now that looks a little better. And yeah, that's a lot of little pieces. This is normal, but you know what? You could stuff these in other places too. At least they give you a lot of little pieces, so if you lose them in your shag carpet, there you go. And yeah, that's what we have remaining there for bag 2. Alright, let's wrap this up with bag 3, and while I'm unbagging this, I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. Even for you guys and gals who are on my free tier, or just following along, that's a big help, and I promise I will have some free stuff up eventually. I have a list of stuff. I just got to get time to do it. In addition, ooh, I can use these. In addition, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to check out my Rebrickable profile and asking for building guides and making purchases and downloads and stuff. It's always a big help. And finally, if you like the way I do my channel and my sloppy reviews where I mess up on so many things, in the right place. So I appreciate you all subscribing and turning on notifications, all that stuff. We are officially done with the sticker sheet, so I can put this in booklet number 1 here. All right. I got 54 minutes left on this set, or on this card, so that gives me more than enough time. And in addition to all that, though, looks like we're building the roof panels. And I think, let me look here. Looks like the roof panels might be mirrored. Do I dare? Let's mirror them. Jay, you're going to make it hard. Whoops, I did not want to do that. Well, let's just scoop those over there. Well, we're going to do it. Oh, they come in this color. I need these in the corner pieces in tan. Do they have them? No. I'm hoping they will. So, the next set I'm going to be doing after this, and I can talk about it now, is the Space Pinball Machine. Oh, I can use these for picnic tables. Cool. So, one of you have been asking about that. I couldn't give you an answer. Now I can. So I will be doing that set after this one. There was a request about Rayquaza and the Pokemon sets. I am going to get to those. You know what? I don't think there's mirrors. We're going to do a single roof panel because I don't see any more of those in here. So let's not do that. So we're doing roof panel, whatever, left or right, I don't know which one it is. But now I can talk about all the sets. I got the Donkey Kong set. We will be covering that too. Everything here on this channel, you know, some of you have been requesting sets. Right now I'm overflowed. I can't ask Lego for sets because I haven't finished the ones that they've given me yet, so I can't just do those. Okay. So you have to wait till I get my overflow done, and I'm only doing this stuff really 2 days out of the week. Usually Saturdays and Sundays I try to film as much as I can throughout the work week. So that's pretty unfortunate for me. Alright, it's supposed to go on this side here. But yeah, I got a bunch of goodies for you. I just got to get this stuff done first. like literally. And we'll be doing a big one. I'm trying to do big, small, big, small. These are good for water. If you put a light blue plate, you can even put brown in here and make it look like mucky sludge like mud or something. That's why I like using the clear ones. You get a bunch of them in here too, like 4 of them. So now you guys wonder why, if you go on my main channel, you wonder why I like the camping stuff. You always see, Jay, you do a lot of campers. Yeah, I do a lot of campers because, okay, I'm running across these here. Oh, wait a minute. There were a couple of them over here. Well, let's just do one panel at a time then. So, yeah. Sound like that absent-minded professor. Yeah, these are really good here. I heard something click. I thought my camera was going to shut off. I was like, I have it plugged in. I have plenty of card left. If you ever watched my basic canvas tin, I use the same building methods here with these. These plates here are a handy thing to have. These right here. They're really good to have. See, unlike the other guys, and I'm not trying to say I'm the best, I'm just average. I talk about parts in a set. We talk about a bunch of things. And it just... I like to make my channel kind of wholesome, where we're just talking about everything. Like if you're sitting here right next to me and explaining the process, talking about the parts, boring you to death, you know. I know some don't like hearing their voice. I've gotten used to it, but I'm just doing this here just for fun. All right. There we go. And I guarantee we're going to fill it in with those. That's exactly what we're doing. So these are skylights. I've used these for campers. They work very well, but I can always have more. This tint's not too bad if they would have stuck with more nature colors and not use the pink. Okay, it just snaps right in there. It's kind of warped, isn't it? But we're not done with this side yet. Oh, I forgot a stud flower. It's this flower's growing inside the tint. Okay, I don't know why, but yeah, putting stud flowers upside down on there is kind of a pain for big hands. Oh, well, I could always use a bunch of these, but there's a bunch in here, so we must be anchoring some stuff to the face. Fascia. Or something like that. Yeah, but I mean, I like spending time with you guys and gals building this stuff. And like I said, though, there's some out there who just speed through this because they're just trying to get as many videos done as they can. And I could do that. I could sit and do that too, but it's not fun. I want to share my experiences with you. And talking about stories about vacations and stuff during a build like this, that's part of the build experience. Does it arouse up memories of what you did as a child and stuff? Lego is not more than just a building toy, it's an environment. I've always emphasized that. And then now we got to put some plants on this side. So I mean, it's just something fun, you know. Well, I'm not digging out to get that stud flower. It flew behind the workbench. I'll get it later. But that does come to mind, though. I am getting tired of doing sets. Lego hasn't sent me anything, which is great. Jay, that sounds kind of ungrateful. No, it's when you get too many of these. It looks like we're putting together the right side here. It gets to be a lot. And I get kind of burned out of it real easily. So it looks like it goes in like that there. You got a better view than I do. Now I have to put my hand in the way. I got to push this thing down. Okay. I got to be careful not to push on these too hard here. And I'm assuming that this just closes on that. And they use that to hide the gap. Well, that hides it pretty good, huh? Yeah. And you can open these up. Let some air in there. Well, we are not done with that yet. Because now we got to do the other side. I will be fishing that flower stud out because those I hoard. Because I like doing the scenic stuff. Lots of goodies coming out in Lego this year, and you know, Lego doesn't send me everything I can request for sets for review, but I have to have majority of my paperwork done, which I don't. So I think they still do, but I don't want to get, like, the sets I'm interested in are stuff that you know, like I was supposed to get, what was it, Krusty Burger, and I never did because I was swamped with sets. By the time I cleaned it out, they had closed the program down for the year, so I did not get a chance to get it. And it happens, you know. Okay, it goes on that side there. Let me make sure it's matching the way the book is so I don't mess this one up, because I probably will. So I just don't take all the sets that they send me because I just don't have that kind of time to do them all, you know. I just remember my dad heard that I was doing this, and he said, "What are you going to do with all those sets?" I said, "I don't know, build them." I said, "I got to build them by a certain time." Oh. Before he got sick. So it was, I was like, I'll get to and the first time he was here, he saw these sets and he thought, oh, aren't you a little too old to be taking all these, building all this? No, I'm fine. It's something to do during the summer. Alright, now it looks like we're doing the flap. This one will go a little faster because we've already built one, so we already have experience now. Yeah. I do miss the family trips, though. We rarely ever go on them now. If it is, just me and my girlfriend, but we were talking about adoption, which would be cool. So you never know, I may have Rugrats around here long enough. Playing with my Lego collection. Playing video games. And then there's the whole parenting stuff, which would not be fun. Okay. Okay. Okay, you got to put that dreaded stud flower in the corner. Then we put these in here. But if I had kids, though, we would be doing this stuff together. This would be like a little family thing for us to build together. You know, then I would get the opinion of a child on a set. Would be better than just from an adult's perspective. But I'm still a kid at heart, and I always like to imagine, which is even better. So just imagine myself if I was 10-year-old me. Well, I wouldn't want this. It's like it's targeted for girls, but as an adult, I like it because it's targeted towards me. You know. And then we put those on there. Step 105, we got to flip it over. We got to put our flowers on here. But if I did have kids, we would be going to Legoland. Then I would have something fun. Christmas would be fun, all that stuff. Well, except for that stud flower that flew behind the workbench, that's what we would have remaining is one of those. And then now we got to plop this in here. So let's get these two acquainted with each other. sure you can see what I'm doing here, because I'm kind of curious. Let's see here. Okay, that's in there, and then we close it up. Oh, if it rained, it's going to rain on the top. I would have closed that off. Maybe that's the gap, so if you're smoking or vaping, it goes out the hole in the top. Don't do that, it's really bad. And that's it. Yeah. I mean, it's playable. If they just put in the side on here, I think this would look good. Or you can get two of these and put them back to back. So I'd say two of these would look really good back to back. They should have made this into a little self-contained build. But Lego, you almost had it here. And just by these, I just did the water park. That one was fun. These are all fun here. We did do the horse stables. And I have this one here. And I don't think I do. I might. I don't know. If that's the hotel, then we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And then we'll have to recreate the hotel scenes in there. And I thought, okay, here's the parts list. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad for this one. We did pretty good today. Okay, now we're going to begin setting up everything here. Let me bring the camera down to a more manageable level. But I'm going to say, though, build experience was really good. Really good with this one. Stickers were not too bad. Build quality, I'm going to say, is average for a friend set. Hey, I didn't knock your noggins this time on the workbench. I'd say that whoever gets this one, you're going to have a lot of fun building it. And play value, you can obviously tell that there is a lot of play value with the set. So we don't be messing with the focus, Jay. That's bad. Okay, let's focus in on this. I'm going to keep it right about there. In fact, it looks like I'm so far away, but I'm not. I'm trying to... Oh, I am zoomed all the way out. Let's back up here. I have digital and optical zoom. I always use optical because if I use digital, it lowers the resolution of the camera. So I try to avoid it. And yeah, let's set everything up here. So I got a little cherry blossom tree. I always set it for the thumbnails later. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one here. We got Nova. We got Liann. Looks like they're going to have a lot of fun camping today. Oh, the bike fell down. We'll just lean the bike up against the cabin. I got a bunch of these friend sets that are just camping related. We're going to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun indeed. And yeah, that's it. I think this one's good. I think what made this set fun is it's got your traditional camping colors, but if you look, you got the pinks and stuff. It's got a pop of color. It makes this set fun. I wasn't bored with this one at all. I think we're good here. I think we're ready for the regular tour and review. But this was a fun, adorable little build to put together. And yeah, I need to get in and really scrub this down when I do the other set. But let's head for the formal tour. Here we are at the glamping cabin, and it's pretty bright and colorful, as you can tell. We're going to start with our animal figures first. So here we got Shadow. Yep. Adorable little creature. And then we got Nova with her camera ready to take some scenic photos. Nice print work for her torso. Really nice. And then we got Liann tripping over the bike. I like the print work for that tile for the phone. That'd make a good navigation screen. Nice print work and stuff for her torso too. And then we have the dirt bike. I mean, we've seen a million of these. We've got a magenta helmet that goes with it. Got to have our safety stuff. And then we have a little cherry blossom tree. I think that's what this is. And everything with graphics you see pretty much are stickers, except for the pretzels and a few of the smaller pieces. But you also get like 2 mugs, a thermos, all that stuff. I wish this was printed right here, but that was a sticker. I mean, it's just a simple little cherry blossom tree, but it's pretty modular, so you could probably transplant that and put that in your city. And then finally we got the cabin. And you could tell the front's got a lot of flowers and hearts, plants. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So we really are doing this glamping style here. I'm not much of a glamper. I prefer tent camping over this, but that's just me. Your door opens up here. Well, takes 2 hands, doesn't it? And yeah, not a whole lot of room inside, but we'll take a look at that in a bit. We got the sides here. These do open up, so you can open up your windows here, let some fresh air in. I like the use of the transparent pieces for skylights. And, well, here's the inside. This only opens up about this much, so if you want to have that open for extra play, you can. So, got ourselves a little kitchenette here, and a sleeping quarters. And all that there you see is all stickered. Stickers weren't too bad in this set, so it wasn't horrible. I mean, they were easy to place. They were big stickers, so not too bad. You also got a place up here for Shadow to lay in. So if you want, we can put him in here. Now, my hands are too big, so I got to open that up here and set him in there. And then you can have the lady sleeping down here. So they're not going to fit in there very comfortably, as you can tell. You have to cram them in. I would have put one bed on both sides and lost the kitchenette, but you know, it's clamping, right? But yeah, I mean, it works. Everything's the right height for mini dolls and stuff like that. There's plenty of room here to play. Even better. I'm going to take him out because I know... Oh! You got to put a safety rail on it. He fell down. And yeah, I'm not too happy with the hole here on top. It could have been filled in, or is that left open for the smokers? We don't know. And I forgot to mention, there is some stuff inside the fridge here. Like milk, and you got a strawberry in there. If it will focus in here. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do in here. What does this look like with these closed? Like that. So if it rains, you can keep the rain out. Well, the top here has automatically got a built-in shower, so you don't need to go use the bathrooms if you need to take a shower. Just somebody has to wait outside in the rain. But that's your cabin right there. And it's a nice little build for what it is. They have all this finished off real nice and stuff like that. And overall, I'm pretty pleased with this set. Okay, what are my opinions on this set? Well, we're going to start the review at play value. And as you can tell, there's a lot of things to do here. You get 2 mini dolls, Liann and Nova. In addition, you do have Shadow, a dirt bike, the cherry blossom picnic area, and of course, I'll put you on the welcome mat there. Well, if I can put you on there. And you get the cabin, of course, that's playable. There's access to all interior spaces. Comfortable for little hands, but for adult hands, not too much. So you may want to have a little one help you put this together. But other than that, though, it wasn't too bad of a build, you know, with the play value and stuff. Build quality is average for a friend set. I didn't have anything flake off, which is cool. Stickers were easy to place on the bricks. My build experience was pretty fun with this. I had fun assembling this set. It was really a treat to put this one together and just enjoy and explore. I was having a lot of fun with it. And the bright colors will pull you into the build. This cherry blossom tree could be improved, but I'm sure you could do that too. But there was a lot of things that just grabbed me in the build. I think as it's camping related, I like going outdoors and camping and stuff, so this was a really fun one to do. So I'm sure a young one's going to have a lot of fun. Now, this one here really can only be built by up to 1 person, so there's no group build with this one, sadly. I'm sure someone can help you with some of the parts. But other than that, though, it really can't be dropped in a Lego Cities. You saw the backs opened up. You're going to have to buy another set. If you bought another one, you put it on the back of this, you'd have a whole entire cabin. Means you could probably put a little bedroom and bathroom in this and make this one just like a small little A-frame cabin. So I can see somebody expanding on this set here for a city theme. But I do like this set. This one was really fun. That leaves to my score here. I'm going to give this one here a 9.5 out of 10. Packing was okay. The build was okay. You know, I mean, it was just your average friend set, more or less. But it was fun to assemble. So the build experience and the play value really made this set really come together really well. And I was really happy with it. But in summation, if you're looking for something to give your daughter or son that likes camping or outdoors, this was a fun one. You may have to pick up 2 to finish up the back. But other than that, though, I was pretty much pleased with this model. But tell me what you think.